Hello friends, in latest videos I created two projects, one with React, CRUD, post CRUD with file upload, and one with Vue. And I'm going to do the same thing but with Livewire. And with Livewire it's going to be a little bit different because Livewire is not inertia. We don't need to create, for example, a controller just to render the blade or just render the view. We can create one Livewire component, and with that Livewire, for example, the create Livewire component, that Livewire component is going to render the display the form, and it's going to handle the logic to store a new post. So we're going to see. For now, let's create the project and set up post, model and migration, and also create the Livewire components. So I'm going to open, here I have the Livewire. You can go and read the documentation. Okay, so here on the terminal, I'm going to say Laravel new. And let's name this Livewire stack. Okay, you can name it what you like. I'm going to choose Livewire, of course. Laravel is built in, and would you like to use Laravel Vault? I'm going to choose no because some people don't like Vault. Vault is, we have the view, we have also the PHP class in the same file. But let's choose now so we can have one class and one component for the class and one component just for the blade. Okay. Yes, run the npm run build for our project, and now we need a cd in the Livewire stack, and I'm going to open this project with a VS Code, or let's open with PHP Storm. So I'm going to open the PHP Storm and open this project with PHP Storm. Okay, so here we have, if I see now, let me just, inside the app, we have Livewire, we have auth, and here we have login class, and then in the resources, we have views and also Livewire, and here we have auth. Now we separated the blade with the PHP class. If you want to work with Vault, you can choose the Vault option, and you can have the class and the blade in the same file. Okay, let's close this. Also, let's close this one, and I'm going to open the project in here. So Livewire stack, and here is the project, which is similar to React, the design. If I click here and just, I'm going to say tonyexample.com, add a password. Okay, and yeah, we can go to settings, and here we have profile, appearance, and the password. Okay, now let's create the post model migration, modify the migration, and also create modify the model, post model, and also the user, because we need to have a relationship. So for that, I'm going to open the terminal and run the artisan, or I have alias, so artisan make model, name it post, and also I'm going to add the flag -m for the migration, and now we have post model and migration. Let's open the post migration first, and here I'm going to add the $sign table for the title, which is going to be string. Then for the slug, not body, here is going to be content. You can add body, but because I just added content on other, I'm going to add content, and I'm going to say for the slug is going to be unique. Then what we need is also the image, so we say $sign table, not timestamp, but string for the image here, like this. And I think we are good. Now let's close and let's open the post model. Let's add protected, not table, but yeah, let's say guarded to be an empty array. And then I want the user relation, which is going to be belongs to relationship. And here, let's return this post is going to belong to the user. Okay, now let's open the user and do the same thing. So user model, I'm going to scroll down. And yeah, we have this initials function. Now let's create a method here, public function post. And now the user is going to has many posts. So let's say the return type has many, and we can say return this user has many posts. Okay, now let's open the terminal and create the Livewire components we need. So what we need is the index, post index component. There we can display a table with all the posts. So let's say artisan make Livewire, and the name is going to be post index, or I'm going to add that in post directory and name it post index. Okay, so the component is going to be inside the post directory, the name post index. Hit enter. As you can see, we have inside the Livewire, we have this post directory and then post index. Or let me just delete this. I forgot the not post single one. I prefer to have a plural. So let's do the same thing, but just now change that post plural. Okay, we created the post index. The same thing for the, now let's name it this creator store. I personally like the create more. Sorry. So create, and the post create is done. Now let's do the same thing for the update or edit. I'm going to name it edit, but you can name it update or what you like. Okay. Open the web routes and register the routes now. So web, PHP, and here let's register our routes. I'm going to say route, middleware, auth and verified, and also group. And here let's say route get for the post, or we can say slash post here. And for this one, I'm going to use the post index Livewire component and give it a name. Okay, that's it. How we can register the route for Livewire component. Now let's do the same thing for the create and the edit. So route get post, and let me just say slash post slash create, and for this one I'm going to use the post create from the Livewire and also assign a name post create. And the last one is the route for the edit get. All the routes now are get because we're going to get a component, and then the logic is going to be in the post index class. Okay, so route get slash post slash, we need to bind the post here, and I'm going to say edit and use the post edit Livewire component, and now we are okay. Now because we have this post index and all the components, let's add a link here. So to navigate the post, and I'm going to open components layouts. We have the app layout, but here we have just point in the layouts up sidebar. So let's go to up and sidebar. And here I want to add a new, let's close this, new link. And here we have the link for the dashboard, as you can see. Okay, I'm going to copy and duplicate this. And yeah, let's change the route, which is going to be post.index. And if the current is posts dot, and I'm going to add all here and say posts like this. Now for the icon I'm going to use, and let me just show you, I'm going to use this book open, which we have for the documentation. And let me just see, yeah, book open text. So let's copy that and paste it here. And as you can see here, we have a Flux, which is like ShadCN, but for the Livewire. You can find many components there. Some are free, but if you want full, you need to pay for that. But all the components which are free, we have here. Now, let's refresh, and we have the posts. If I click here, nothing changed. But if I open the post index and just add something, so for example, post index, and we have here the post index. Okay friends, that's it all about this video, the setup for the Laravel with Livewire CRUD with file upload. Now if you like such a videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. Now let's get started with this, to work with this post index. Here we need to add a link to navigate the post create, where we are going to show the form and also store a new post. And also here on the post index we need to add a table, but because the component table in Flux is Flux UI is only for a paid version, I'm going to choose to work with Flowbyte. And I have opened here the Flowbyte, and I'm going to copy this table here. And let's open our post-index template. I'm going to zoom it a little bit, and here I'm going to paste that in. Okay, just let me change this to be a section. You can name it what you like, but I prefer to add a section. And let's add also a div for that, for the link. So I'm going to say a div with class to be flex, and I'm going to say justify and maybe here margin right I'm going to say of 6 and padding bottom of 4. And inside here I'm going to add that link. So I'm going to say anchor tag shref, and we can use routes, or we can say just a slash post slash create here. Okay. And yeah, we need to add some classes also. So class text, let's say text to be not red, but indigo. I'm going to say indigo 500, and on hover we're going to change that. So text to be indigo 700. Like this, and I'm going to say create. And I think we are okay. Let me just open the browser and refresh. Yeah, we need to run the npm run dev. So npm run dev, and I'm going to open a new panel here to run something else. So now if I refresh, we have something like this. If I navigate to create, here we have empty. So let's add a form. And for that, let me just open the login blade, or not the class, but the login blade. And I'm going to copy the form here, only the form, okay? Copy that, and next open the post dash create. And I'm going to paste. First, let's change that to be section. This is just my preference path, and then paste that in. I'm going to zoom it, and I'm going to make some changes. So here I'm going to add a BG to be slate or something like this, a slate 900, shadow to Excel. Also, I'm going to say rounded to be 2XL and padding of 4. And let's see just on the browser. Yeah, we have something like this. Next, I'm going to add the max width MD and MX auto. Yeah, and now we have something like this. Now for the form, we need the title, the image, and the content. So let's replace the inputs with what we need. Let's change that to be title, the first one. And also the wire model is going to be, let's leave it for now. And here just say title like this. Type is going to be text. And I'm going to remove the required because I want to test the validation of the backend. And yeah, let's remove the password, also the remember me. And for now we have only the title, so let's copy this and paste it down there for the image, or you can add here the content, but I'm going to add first the image. And yeah, let's say image here. Now the type is going to be file, and I'm going to remove the other. And I think Flux has so let's say Flux content. Sorry, text area, not content. Text area. And what we need to add on the text area, just the wire model. So let's say for now wire model, which is going to be equal with the content. We're going to change that. And then the label, which is going to be just content. Okay, and I'm going to close. I think we are good. We have a button here, and I'm going to say create or store or something like this. And yeah, here is the 4. We have a content. We need to change the placeholder. So here I'm going to say title, and I'm going to copy this and also apply to this one, but not content. Not title, but content. And I think we are okay here. Now we have this wire submit login. Instead of login, I'm going to say store, or we can say save. Let's say store. And now this store method we need to create on the class component. So let's open the post create class and start and work here. But I prefer to create a form component with Livewire. We have also a form component and inject that form in here. So this post create can leave can mean very clean. Okay, so let's create the form component, and the form component I'm going to use for create and for edit as well. So let's open the terminal and say artisan or PHP artisan and livewire :form. Now not make livewire but livewire :form, and I'm going to put that in the post directory. So post slash and the name post form. As you can see, I named post form because I'm going to use this for create and for edit. So let's do that. Now that is created, let's open or let's stay here and just inject that. So I'm going to say public post form, as you can see we have here, $sign form, like this. Okay, now let's open the post form. So post form and start and work with this one here. First, we need to create the properties. So public $sign title, and I'm going to assign them to initially empty string. Then not roles, but I'm going to say public again for the content, $sign or image. Now the image is going to be null, like this, and also the content. So public $sign content, which is going to be an empty string as well. Also, we can say just like this image, a public image. Now for the create, I'm going to create a method, public function, and let's name it store. And here, the first thing, I'm going to validate the data. We can validate the data with attributes above here, but because I'm going to have the image required on the create and no labeled on the update, I'm going to leave it the add validation in here. So let's say $sign data. It's going to be this validate, and I'm going to specify the validation. Title is going to be required, content required, and yeah, let's leave it the image like this. And then I'm going to say $sign data, not image but slug, because we have slug, which is going to be equal with str or yeah, str slug data title. And then we're going to check if we have an image. So let's say if this image, then let's say data image should be this image store in post. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like this. And next, what we need is not post create, but we're going to say auth user post create and then reset. And that's it. Here's the method. So we validate the data. Then because we have a slug, I'm going to say data slug, str slug data title, and check if we have the image, assign the data image to this one. Otherwise, it's going to be null, but here is required, so we're going to have error. And let's see how we can use now this store method on the post create. Okay, let's create a method here, public function. I'm going to say store because we have named on the post create bleed store, but if I name it something else, I'll just save, for example, or yeah, save post to be more precise. Let's say also here save. Okay, now because we're going to use this form, we can say $sign this, change the form, and here we can change the store method. Okay, so all the logic is in the form. Now here we say just this form store, and I'm going to say return, redirect the post like this, or return to route, but let's leave it like this because auto completed. And let's open the post create. Here we say wire model email, but yeah, we'll change that also here. But on the post create, we don't have the public title or content. We have on the form. So we need to say here wire model form, and here we're not using like this because this is a front end. Let's use and title. On the post form, we have the title, public title, image, and the content. Now let's do the same thing for the image, form dot image, and also the same thing for the content. So let's say form dot content. Let's open the browser. Let's refresh. And first, if I say just create here, we have validation. We don't specify here. This is a nice thing from the Flux. As you can see, we don't have added validation errors. But we have here, and we have also the icon, and we have also red borders. Let's fill the form, and let's choose the image. Let's choose Livewire. I would say open, and we have error. Cannot handle file upload without the Livewire with file upload straight on the post create class, component class. So let's do that. Let's open the post create, and here we need to say use the trait with file uploads, because we have here. And now let's just try one more time. Open. Now we don't have the error. If I say create, no such a table. Yeah. Yeah, we have error. Let me just see on the .env file what we have here. Let me just change that work with MySQL, or you can leave it like this, but I'm going to choose MySQL, and let's use the Laravel because I have the Laravel database created. And now let's open the terminal and run here the artisan migrate fresh. We're going to log out, but yeah, let's go and sign up. Let's go to post, go to create, use a fake filler, choose the image. Yeah, choose Livewire one. And now let's say create. And call not found. I forgot to add the user ID. Post table. Yeah. So let's say $ table for origin ID, or for origin ID for the user class. And let's leave it like this. Let's run again the migrate fresh. And I think we're going to try for the last time. Fake filler. Let's create the account. Go to post, create fake filler, choose this, Livewire, open, create, and we are directed back. Let me see on the table class. Yeah, we have one. And also let's see on the storage app public post, we have 3 images. I'm going to delete them. And also delete this one. And now let's create one more. I'll create, use a fake filler. Come here and refresh. Come here, and we have posts, and we have one image. Okay, friends, I think we are okay. That's it all about this video. We created post create, the post form, and also we have the table here, but we need to modify to display all the posts, and that's it's going to be in the next video. Now, if you like such a videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share with your friends. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome back. In this video, let's work with edit, and also let's work with this index, because right now we have a hard-coded table. Let's display the post belong to this user here, and also we have this link. And when we click here, I want to navigate the post edit. Okay, so let's open the PHP store, and here I am in the post index. And let's start from here. I'm going to display the same attributes I displayed on the with React and Vue. So the ID, then is going to be the title, then the image or thumbnail, and here is going to be the action, but we have the action down there, so let's remove this one. Scroll down and let's leave only one tr. The others I'm going to remove. Okay. And with this tr, I'm going to make a for each or for else. So let's say, let's say for else, $post as post we don't have, but we are going to receive them. So let's just cut and paste it. Also, we need to say empty because we use for else. If it empty, I'm going to add just a h2 and say no post. And then let's add a for and for else. And here, let's start to work with displaying the ID by saying $post ID down there, the title. So $post title. Here is going to be the image. So let's say image tag with a source. Now here we are on the backend, so I'm not going to create a resource to manipulate the data, but I'm going to use the asset helper, saying asset $post image. Let's add also the alt attribute and just say image, or you can say the title. I'm going to say just image for now. And then add some classes. So class width 12, heads 12, and rounded to accept. I think we are good. Okay, then here we have the anchor tag. I'm going to use the route here. So let's say route post.edit, and we need to pass here the ID, $post ID. And we have edit here. Okay, now let's go to post index, and I'm going to add here post, not post all, but only the post belong to the user. So auth user post latest, and we have 2 posts belonging to this user. And we have this Apple MacBook Pro, which is right here. And now we are okay. If I click, we navigate a post for edit. Good. Now let's work with the edit. For that, I'm going to open the post create and copy, or let's copy what we have here, because it's going to be almost the same. Instead of save post, I'm going to change that. We can leave it like save post, but I'm going to name it update post. We have a title, which is going to be wire model form title, the same form we're going to use. Also here, okay, good. Yeah, change this to be update. And now we have that. Now we have to somehow fill the title and the content. Okay. And let's start and work with that. Let's go to post edit. Here we're going to use the with file uploads because we're going to upload the images. The same thing we have done on the post create. And also let's inject the post form. So public post form $form. Let's create also the method to update the post. So we have this update post. Let's do that. Public function update post. And here what I want is the same thing on the post create. If I open the post create. Yeah, just called this form update, for example, and return. So let's do the same thing. $sign this form, not store. Now I want to have the update method we don't have on the form, we're in the create, and then return redirect the post. Maybe zoom it a little bit. Yeah. Now let's open this post form and create the update. So I'm going to copy this, paste it here, and change. So now, yeah, this is okay. Let's go to post form, and here we need to make some changes. First, I'm going to create a public post $sign post, but this is going to be optional. We're going to assign the post only if we are on the edit, not when we create, because we use the same post form for create and the edit. And then we need to somehow assign the title, the post title, and the content, the post content. For that, I'm going to create a method, public function. Let's name it as set post, but you can name it what you like. And here we're going to receive a post, and then I'm going to say $sign this post to be equal with a post, also this title to be equal with $sign post title, and the content the same thing. So $sign this content to be equal with $sign post content. Okay. But where we are going to call this only on the post edit. On the post edit, we're going to say, if I open the web routes, let me just zoom it for you. Scroll down, we have this route for the edit. So route get post / post, and we have the post edit component. With Laravel, we have the route model binding. So also with Livewire works the same. On the mount of the component, we're going to receive that post. So I'm going to say public function mount. And here we're going to receive the post $sign post, because we have this post edit component on the as a controller. So we have that, and then we can say $sign this form and call here, chain here the set post, passing the post. Okay, so we are going to pass the post in here, and on the post form we have to receive that, and we have to say this post to be equal with the post, the title the same, and the content the same. So now we have populated all the properties correctly. And if I open here, you can see, if I go back and just select this one, which is UAT, yeah, we have UAT here. Okay, now here we need to make some changes on the update. The image is not going to be required. On the update, we can upload if we want. So let's make this no label. And okay, no label. Then we have this data. Then we check if we have the image, assign this to the image. On the create, always we have to have the image, but we check there. Now let's say first I'm going to say $sign data image, and this I'm going to assign the $sign this post image. Okay. Then if we have the image, first we need to delete the image belong to this post. So let's say, let's use the storage facade. Yeah, we need to use disk because it's going to be in the public disk, and then delete, specifying here the $sign this post image, like this, and then we reassign the data image with the path returned from the store method, which is going to upload the image in the post directory in the public disk and return that path here. And then instead of something like this, we just say this post update passing the data. Okay, I'm going to delete the post directory and start from scratch just to see. Also, let me run here the artisan migrate fresh. Yeah, we need to sign up. Let's use create the account. Go to post. Let's create a post and use a fake filler. Let's choose Laravel. Create. We have Laravel there. Let's choose another one. Let's choose Livewire. And we have Livewire and Laravel. Of course, if I come here, we have two posts, two images. Good. Now let's edit this, or let's edit the Laravel, and I'm going to say Vue.js post and change the image also to Vue.js. Okay, I'm going to say update. Now the image is changed, also the title. I'm going to see the, yeah, now we have only two posts. If I come here and say this is a Livewire post, I'm not going to upload the image, just change that. We have the Livewire post, and also here we have only two images. Okay, friends, that's it all about this video, what I wanted to show you. Next, we need to work with delete and also to preview the image, which is very simple with Livewire. Now, if you like such videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here. Welcome back. Now, I think this is going to be the last video for the Laravel with Livewire selected. So let's go and create. So I'm going to create this. We have the edit. We can update. So let's say Vue.js. Click update. Okay, we can change the image, or let's also change the title. So let's say Livewire here, and we can choose the Livewire image. Good. If I open the VS Code, yeah. Okay, now let's work with delete and also with the notification. For the notification, I'm going to choose the toast here, because if I open the Flux UI, the toast notification is, I think, yeah, is only for pro components. So we need to upgrade to get that component. For that, let's use the flow byte component. We have here toast component. Yeah, here it is. And I'm going to choose here when we have position, and you can choose top left or top right or bottom right. Yeah, this one. I'm going to copy that, and let's open the index, post index, and I'm going to add right here. Now if I come here and refresh, yeah, we have bottom right position, but let's choose for the colors. So I'm going to choose this one, which is this one here. I'm going to copy that and replace this with what we copy from there. Now if I see, we have something like this. Okay, good. Now let's go on the post create and post edit. I don't have the post create, so let's open the post create. And here when we save a post, we say this for store. And when you store, I'm going to say also session flash message post successfully created. And the same thing on the post edit. Let me zoom it for you. When we update the post, I'm going to say session flash message post successfully updated. And then we can look on the post index here. Let's say if the session has success, in that case, I'm going to paste that code here. And now we don't see, so if I refresh, yeah, we don't see that. Let's go and create a new post, fake filter, let's choose Laravel, say open, let's create, we created, but I don't see that. So I say session has success, and on the post create, yeah, we say message. Let's change that success, and also on the post edit. So let's open the post edit here, and also this one, change the success. And now let's try one more time, create the post. Let's choose React in this case. Let's create, and now we have, let's change the message here, the display our message. So on the post index, I'm going to zoom it. We check if we have a session. I'm going to leave the check icon and just update the title here to say session success. And now if I just update this, we have post successfully updated. Now because we are on the blade, also working with Livewire, we have installed also by default the Alpine. Let's make this, when I click here, the close thus. Okay, so let's work with a Livewire. I'm going to add to this one X data. And I'm going to say here show, I'm going to create a variable, show message. By default is going to be true. It's going to be true because here we checked and we're going to display by default. But when I click on the button, I want to change that. And also I'm going to say X show here to be equal with the show message. And right now, just let's say update, yeah, nothing is going to change. But if I click here, I'm going to say X dash on click. I'm going to change the show message to be false. And let's see now. Let's come here, go to edit, say update, click, and yeah, that is going to disappear. What I want is also, so let's just say I want to close this after maybe 1 or 2 seconds. So for that, let's work again with Alpine.js. and then let's indent like this. I think we are okay. We have the x data, x show, and also I'm going to say x init, or let's say x init like this here, and here I'm going to say set timeout. And for example, I'm going to execute this function after, let's say, 2 seconds, 2000. And what I want in this method is just to change this show message to false. So let's say show message to be false after 2 seconds. Okay, we say set timeout. Here we have the arrow function and a callback, and here we specify the time 2000, which is on milliseconds and is 2 seconds. Now let's try, let's see if I say update, and yeah, it's going to disappear. If I also create another one, the same thing, that shows view here, post successfully created, and after 2 seconds is removed. The last thing we need here is to add a delete button and delete post. So I want, yeah, this we can also, if you don't like down there, you can add up here. It's no problem. And I want here, when we have this anchor tag, I want to add another one. So let's say add the button, and I'm going to say wire click. When we click, I'm going to delete the post, and here I'm going to add the post ID. So let's say $sign post ID here, and I'm going to copy the classes we have to this one and just apply in here. I'm going to change the text to be red. Okay, and then let's say delete. I think we are good. We have delete here. Let's add space x2, and I think we are good. Right now, if I click, nothing happened. Yeah, delete not found. So let's open the post index class component and create that method. So public function delete. You can just name it delete post because I think it's more okay. And here we are going to receive the ID of the post. And I'm going to say $sign post to be with post find, or we can say fail passing that ID. And if we find that, we are going to delete, but also we need to delete the post, the image. So let's say storage disk public delete the post image, and then delete the post. And I'm going to add also session class success post successfully deleted. Okay, now let's use this delete post on the post index, not just the delete, but delete post. And let's try. Let's come here, hard refresh, let's say delete, and post successfully deleted. We can, if you got a Livewire, we also, if we want, we can add a confirmation, and let's do also that one. So let's paste that in. Let's go here and hard refresh. Let's say delete, and we have a confirmation. I'm going to say cancel. Now if I delete again and say okay, this is going to be deleted. And let me just show you also on the posts. Right now we have 4 images. Let's delete this. Also, let's delete this. And now we have only 2 images which belongs to other posts. And that's it all about the Livewire project, friends. Now, if you like such videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. I thought I finished, but I have left something on the Laravel with a Livewire project. First is to review the image, and also when let's create an image, a post, sorry. Yeah, with an image we display here, but because let me just open the PHP store, and here we used the Alpine.js, and we hide the message with the Alpine.js. Now, if I click delete, it's not going to show that message. So we need to fix that, and also to preview the image in this video. And let's start with this one. Now, because we're working with a Flash message, instead of using the Alpine, I'm going to use the Livewire because we work with Livewire. So I'm going to remove the X data that show message the true, and also remove this X show. So this is going to show now anytime we create. Okay. And here we're going to do something else. For that, let me just open also the post index class component, and let me just create, with a zoom it for you. Let's create a method here. Let's name it public function clean. I'm going to name it clean session. Okay. And here I'm going to say session, forget, not pause, but I'm going to forget the success, like this. And now let's close this, and let's use that in here, because as you can see, let's go and create another one. Yeah, this is not going to hide. Also, if I click here, nothing is going to change. Now let's work with that message, and we can call it from here from the Alpine, the Livewire, using the $wire, and then the name of the function, which is a clean session in my case. Okay, like this. And also here we say X on click. Instead of X on click, we used wire click, and then use the clean session. And I think we are okay now. Let's come here. Let's create another one. Choose React or Vue, no problem. Just create. Yes. If I click now, yeah, as you can see, is automatically hiding. So just let me show you after 2 seconds. But also, if I delete, it's going to show, and it's going to hide. Okay, good. Now let's display the preview the image, and that's it. Very easy with a Livewire, as I told you on the first place, because we have this temporary URL. If we have a photo, for example, so let's just copy that, and let's open I'm going to close this. I'm going to open the post create first. I'm going to zoom it, And after the image, let's add the div, and in this div I'm going to say if we have not photo, but in our case is image, and display that. Let's add some classes. So width 12 and edge 12, and also rounded to be 2XL, or you can add full rounded. And undefined variable, yeah, not $sign image, but form image. And the same thing we need to say also up here. So form image, and now let's see. Yeah, we can create. Okay, now when we edit, I'm going to do the same thing I have done on the previous projects. Display first the post, preview first the post belong to this, and then when we choose another one, also preview that one. So let's copy this, or copy the div here, and let's open the post edit. I'm going to zoom it also here and paste it right here. If form image, but also I'm going to say, let's copy this here. Okay. And here we say form post image, not temporary URL, but let's cut and let's use the asset, paste that in. And as you can see, we have that one. Now if I choose React, also the React, just let's add a class here to be flex, and I'm going to say gap 2. Let's choose the image, and yeah, it's here. Okay, now the last thing is when we choose a new image to reduce the opacity here, and let's do that. So now let me just, we have down there. So instead of this, we can use the class blade directive from the Laravel, add an array, and here first we will add the default classes. Then we will add, and let me just indent this. First we will add this one, and next the opacity to be 30, for example. And this is going to be applied only if we have that form image. Okay, let's see. Let's go refresh. If I choose now Vue.js, yeah, so you can see the opacity of Laravel reduced. And yes, that's it all about the project and this tutorial. Now don't forget, if you like the tutorials I made, also the projects, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best.